today is from Jackson's First Presbyterian Church, Wendy Treacher. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Bart. Thanks for letting me come on.
Always welcome. You always, when you're here, have good news about some great entertainment opportunities, and today's no different.
I'll tell you that the Corral had their first concert on October 22nd. It was terrific. Had a big house, and so put December 10th on your calendar for Christmas at First Methodist Church. So.
All right, we'll
start with that.
Yeah, that's always a big. It's my favorite concert of the year.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah. So, but I'm here today because First Presbyterian Church in Jackson is celebrating its 140th anniversary this fall. Yeah. And it started in downtown Jackson, and they met at the Congregational Church for a while, and they could not agree about slavery, so they split apart.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Some of them wanted it, some of them didn't, and so they weren't going to start a church until they could come to a conclusion. So a few years later, in 1883, they did. And they started with 40 members, and they got a charter through Lansing, and they met in various halls in Jackson, like I don't know the names, but they were in the 1800s. They're different than they are now, and so they met various places, and then they built a church at the corner of Blackstone and Cortland. In 1886, it was dedicated, and that church at that time cost $7,716.45.
Oh my gosh! So I'm picturing that corner. That's where Rose City Plaza is, or
Blackstone and Cortland. I think is. Cortland. Like where the Jacobson's home for the
right.
Home.
Okay, yeah.
And when my family moved to Jackson in 1953, I went to Sunday school there. My mom and dad went to church there, and the Sunday school was so crowded that we had to go across the street. The white building next to the public library was the YWCA, and we had Sunday school at the YWCA because there was no room in the church.
Wow!
And so then. They enlarged the church in 1900 and in 1923. And then in 1923, we were just bursting at the seams. And so they decided to erect a new church, and it's at 743 West Michigan Avenue. And that was dedicated in 1955.
I knew you were going to say it. It looks very much the 50s.
Yeah, exactly. And, the cornerstone was laid on that. There. And when we first went to church there, because I remember we walked to church there every Sunday, my family did, and the sanctuary wasn't done, so we had church in the fellowship hall in the basement for quite a while until the sanctuary was done.
Huh.
And it's a beautiful church. It has a gorgeous, huge Pell's pipe organ, 3 Steinway grand pianos. I mean, it's a great place.
And you're the music director there.
Mm-hmm. I grew up in that church, sang my first solo there, took my organ lessons there, so it's been my family's home church for a long, long time.
Was it growing up in that church and being exposed to that organ and their music that got you interested to follow into that?
Yes, they had a minister of music in there named Reverend John Alfred Fryer. We call him Al. And he and my dad were really good friends, and he inspired me in so many ways. He used to do a Handel festival every spring in which they went through and did all of the Handel oratorios, like 22 of them, and they would do one every single year, and he'd bring in professional singers and an orchestra and everything, and I just got to really love that music and love doing all of that, and the kids were involved in one way or another, and it was just great.
Awesome. All right,
so this Sunday we're celebrating with a big worship service. We're having bagpipes because, of course, Presbyterians are Scottish and you have to have bagpipes. Okay? And we're also going to have a trumpeter for church as well. And then after church, there's a lunch. And if there are any former members or visitors of First Pres that would still like to come, they can call the church and get a reservation for the dinner. And then at 1 o'clock, I contacted 3 men and a tenor to come and give a program for us. They were here once before. A very nice lady that grew up in Jackson named Colette Devine. She gave money to the church to start a concert series, and this was like 25 years ago. It's been quite a while. And we've had various people in to do concerts, and the 3 men and a tenor are going to be at 1 o'clock. And one of the specifications of the money she gave us was that we didn't charge any admittance for the concerts. So we do not. People are free to come and enjoy at 1 o'clock. And Three Men and a Tenor are so good, and they're a hoot. They're so funny.
They are.
Yep.
And I think they're enjoying a resurgence because they kind of stepped back, particularly during the pandemic.
You couldn't sing then,
No, but they're back with full,
Yep.
they're great guys too.
They've been together for over 30 years.
Yeah.
They met at Michigan State when they all sang in the Men's Glee Club and have stayed together all this time and sung around the world, just about everywhere, for the armed forces, for all around Michigan, for many, many places and people.
Yeah, they're well received wherever they perform because they really do a great job. So free, you can't beat that.
Can't beat that at 1 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon.
No, and it's right there in the
sanctuary. It'll be in the sanctuary.
Where the acoustics are awesome.
Wonderful. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they're probably excited about coming down. And
Well, over the years, I've become friends with them. And when I was teaching at Northwest, I had them come and give many concerts at Northwest for the kids, and they really enjoyed that. At the time that I started at Northwest, it was really hard to get guys to sing. So I thought, well, what would be better than getting these guys to come and sing? And they did several times, so it was great.
Nice. You mentioned this is one of perhaps other celebrations of 140 years for First Pres.
This is the primary one, but we laid the cornerstone in December of 1883, and on that Sunday in December, we'll do a celebratory church service as well.
My son Andy went to preschool.
Preschool there?
Yeah.
My mom taught in that preschool for a while.
Really?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
A lot of kids did.
Yeah, it's a
of
great
kids went there.
preschool.
Yep.
We have great memories of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we hope you have a great turnout. I know you will. You'll fill the place.
That would be wonderful. We'd love it.
And
And they'll have a good time.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. I'll be out of state Sunday, so I'm really disappointed.
Somewhere warm, I hope.
Yeah. I'm going to a family wedding in Florida.
Oh, lovely.
That's on Saturday, so we're flying down and flying back.
A quick trip, huh?
Yeah. Well, all right. Now, while we have you here, just a couple other things I want to ask you about. Your Jackson Chorale concert in December. Besides the chorale, do you have some other partners you're
Oh, we do. Well, first of all, the symphony and the chorale together sponsor the children's choir. And there are about 19 or 20 kids in it this year, and they did a great job in October. So they will sing with us. And then also, I've become good friends with Matt Snell, who's the choir director at Northwest High School. And they're going to join us as well. He has 5 choirs, and 2 of the choirs are going to join us, Serenade and Vocal Dimension. And together, the chorale and those 2 choirs are going to do Benjamin Britten's Ceremony of Carols.
Awesome.
And then they'll sing a couple on their own, each of their choirs, and then we'll sing a few too.
The thing that you guys did, and I think it was the year before the pandemic, you had Ron Rudlin's group and
Northwest?
Yeah, and they were like lined, they formed a cross in the church, and they sang with the Jackson Chorale. It was unbelievable.
Yep.
Yeah, it's incredible.
We hope to recreate that feeling again.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. And one more
Of course.
quick note. Wendy is married to Randy Treacher, owner of ABC Bakery. And how are things at the bakery?
Pretty good. He just finished a rip-roaring Halloween season. His Halloween decorated cookies, everybody loves those, and he made dozens and dozens and dozens of them. And he's now taking orders for Thanksgiving pies. And here we are November 1st, and he already has, I think, 10 pies ordered, and we're not even close yet. So
Oh my gosh.
he'll make lots of pies again. If you want a good pie, that's a good place to get it.
It is. He does a great job. His pies are awesome. Everything that they make at the ABC Bakery is awesome. Well, great to see you, Wendy. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Bart.
All right, we're all out of time. Wendy invites you to 3 Men and a Tenor Sunday at First Presbyterian on Michigan Avenue, 1 o'clock, free. Well, we're out of time. Thanks to Wendy and everybody with us today. Tomorrow on the morning show, we have Summer Eastep and Nicole Appleglade from the Center for Family Health. Terrace Ahrens from the Chelsea Chamber, Jay Friend from Withington's, a specialty shop in Chelsea, and Amy Prophet, businessman.